Like many veterans who've recently returned from Iraq or Afghanistan, Anthony Fabiano is looking for a job. As a Marine Corps officer, he managed supply chains in Asia and the Middle East. But Wells Fargo is working to make things easier for people like Anthony, both by recruiting veterans and advocating for them in the community.
Wells Fargo has been an outstanding employer support. They're actually a National Freedom Award winner from, I believe, 2011.
I would hope that other companies would look to Wells Fargo's example. If every one of our soldiers had the support that the employees of Wells Fargo receive, we would have far fewer issues.
Hiring America is pleased to have with us Jerry Quinn, who manages Wells Fargo's Military Affairs program. Among Jerry's responsibilities are the development and oversight of Wells Fargo's military and veteran national partnerships and its external relationships with the military community, including the Department of Defense. Jerry is also in his 26th year with the U.S. Army. And we're also joined by Shante Joseph, a U.S. Air Force veteran who is currently a Human Resources Project Manager at Wells Fargo, focusing on diversity and talent acquisition. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Francis.
Jerry, the last time you were with us, you made it clear Wells Fargo's commitment in hiring military veterans and having them join the workforce, especially with Wells Fargo. Talk about the strides that you're most proud of since you last visited us.
In the past year, we've identified more than 7,500 employees with Wells Fargo are veterans, and they self-identify that way. Over 60% of our veteran team members have been with us for 5 years or longer. I am really proud that Wells Fargo creates an environment where the veterans feel like they can truly make a career. You know, we have Military Times recognizing us as a military-friendly employer, as a military spouse-friendly employer. We have Diversity, Inc. that recently ranked us number 8 out of their 10 best veteran companies to work for. So we're real proud of those. Those are acknowledgments from outside of Wells Fargo that tell us we are doing the right things and we're headed in the right direction.
Shante, tell me a little bit about your background, your experience with the military and how that was for you, and when you decided that it was time for you to transition and re-enter civilian life.
Sure, absolutely. So I entered the Air Force. I spent almost 6 years in the United States Air Force as a paralegal and enjoyed my career. I had my own business for a while, a diversity recruiting firm for quite a while actually, and then moved here to Charlotte, North Carolina with my husband's employment and went to Wells Fargo as a contract recruiter. Mm-hmm. And then being a veteran, I was then able to help other veterans with finding opportunities within Wells Fargo as well.
And it's got to be somewhat reassuring for these people who are looking for jobs and careers after they transition.
Even in my conversations with sitting in, a recruiter role, it creates a sense of familiarity, mm-hmm. For the veteran, especially those who are most recently transitioned, who have not had an opportunity to have a career yet in the civilian sector. You're able to ask questions that someone else may not be able to ask, not looking at their particular resume or their skill based on a word, but asking the questions. Tell me a little bit more about what did you do? Mm-hmm. Just speak freely, tell me more, so then you as a recruiter or sourcer trying to help them find employment can then help them translate. Just having them speak through their experiences will help you identify skills that may not be on their resume that then you can use to help them find, gainful employment. In
recognizing that, we established a program called the Enterprise Value of a Veteran. And I had to get those words right. The Enterprise Value of a Veteran. And that program teaches our recruiters how to look at a veteran a little bit differently. Even Shante was sharing with me about some of the tactics that recruiters will use to help ensure our veteran gets the best look when they get the interview with Wells Fargo.
Given that momentum and the successes that you've had, what are the successes that you hope to have in the near future or even the far future?
Sure. I would say that there will be a continuance of very proactive recruiting and retention of veterans within Wells Fargo. That's almost a near certainty. Mm-hmm. We have found that there's just some great talent that needs to be acknowledged, and we need to fight for. We're finding that there's some competition out there now. There's a lot of corporations entering the fray, and we're no longer, one of the few in the pack, but there's many employers fighting for this talent, and so we need to get really good at identifying the best and bringing them on board.
Hiring America will be right back
with more from Jerry and Shantae of Wells Fargo.